The problem with car sharing is that it's unlike almost anything else that you're dealing with. Most businesses, you have a product, you have a customer, you sell the product to the customer. If the customer is not happy, they don't buy again. End of the story. When it comes to sharing and renting assets, you're talking about introducing a level of risk that just does not exist in most consumer businesses. We're now talking about, let's imagine that I give you my car. I have a $50,000 car, let's say, and I'm giving it to you, Dalton, for the first time. Well, what the proposal actually is here is not, hey, I'm going to let you borrow my car for a little bit. It's, hey, I'm going to give you a mobile weapon that you can take all over the country and maybe even out of the country that you can kill people with, that if you damage it, costs way, way, way more than what you're actually paying me to use. And I'm supposed to trust you to do this without having never ever met you or, knowing who you actually are. And so that's how you get situations where, you rent a car to somebody and then they, even if that somebody looks fine, they'll drive around the block, give it to their convict, boyfriend, and that guy goes and, robs a bank with it, which is what happened to me, with my first car.
Yeah.
So the problem you're actually talking about is how do we arbitrage selling this weapon basically to another person? And that's the problem of sharing. Now, with some marketplaces, that's not as bad of a situation. Like if we look at Airbnb and sharing a room or a house, there's just less that can go wrong. It's true that somebody might be able to trash your place, which sucks, but they can't take your house to Mexico, and fall off the map, right? They can't take your house and kill somebody using your house as a weapon, but they can with your car. And so you now have to solve this problem. If you're an amateur as a customer and I'm an amateur as just a regular guy who owns a car who wants to share it and make some money, how the hell are we going to make that chaos triangle work, right? We've got this incredibly expensive, dangerous, depreciating asset between us. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing. This is a recipe for disaster. And so what we've actually done at Eon is make that entire process a streamlined and humans-free system where I can basically share my car and make passive income, and you can get the most convenient, easy, simple, cost-effective rental you've ever had without you and I ever having to interact, right? And that's kind of the brilliance of our system. We basically realized that with the cars coming out on the road today, they're basically computers on wheels. So if we can connect to those computers and we can program them to basically create the rental itself, not have to rely on me as the owner or you as the guest to know what you're doing, but let the car do it for us, I can give you the best rental experience you've ever had. You show up to the car, your phone is a digital Bluetooth key that unlocks the car. As soon as you arrive, you're in and out in 40 seconds. And I can, take my afternoon nap without having to be tech support for you the entire time. That's really the vision of Eon, making it so that if you make that process safe and convenient, you solve the problem on all sides.